Thanksgiving. My name is Claire, and I am 32 years old. I grew up in Michigan in one of those families where everyone lives within 20 miles of each other, and you are basically required to show up to every holiday gathering or face the wrath of Grandma Helen. Vanessa is my cousin on my mom's side. She is 2 years younger than me, and she has been the golden child of the family since we were kids. Here's the thing about Vanessa. She is beautiful. Like genuinely, annoyingly beautiful. Long blonde hair, green eyes, perfect body. The kind of woman who could wear a trash bag and still have men tripping over themselves. And she knows it. She has known it since we were teenagers. The first time it happened, I was 23. I had just started dating this guy named Marcus. He was a graphic designer, really sweet, kind of shy. We had been together for about 4 months, and I was nervous about bringing him to Thanksgiving because my family can be a lot. But Marcus insisted he wanted to meet everyone, said he was serious about me. The dinner was at my Aunt Diane's house. Vanessa showed up wearing this tiny red dress that was completely inappropriate for a family Thanksgiving, but nobody said anything because nobody ever says anything to Vanessa. My mom just gave me this look like, here we go, and went back to mashing potatoes. Marcus and I were sitting on the couch after dinner, just talking with my uncle about football or whatever. Vanessa came over and squeezed herself between us. Literally just sat down on the couch and pushed herself into the middle, pressing her leg against Marcus's leg. She started asking him all these questions about his work, touching his arm when she laughed, leaning forward so he could see down her dress. I am sitting right there, and she is just acting like I do not exist. Marcus looked uncomfortable, but also, you know, he is a guy, and Vanessa is Vanessa. By the end of the night, I caught them talking alone in the kitchen. She had her hand on his chest, laughing at something he said. When they saw me, Vanessa just smiled this innocent smile and said, I was just telling Marcus how lucky he is to have you. Marcus and I broke up 3 weeks later. He said he needed space, that he was not ready for something serious. I saw him tagged in one of Vanessa's Instagram photos 2 months after that. They were at some bar downtown. He had his arm around her waist. That was the pattern. Every single relationship I had, every single guy I brought home, Vanessa would sink her claws in. It did not matter if it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, 4th of July. If I showed up with a date, she showed up looking like she was going to a nightclub, and by the end of the night, she would have his attention. There was Ryan, the teacher I dated when I was 25. Vanessa cornered him by the dessert table and spent 30 minutes telling him about her charity work with underprivileged kids. They exchanged numbers to coordinate a volunteer opportunity. I found out later they had been texting for weeks. There was David, the accountant. Vanessa asked him to help her move some furniture at her apartment. I was not invited. When I asked David about it, he got defensive and said I was being jealous and controlling. There was James, there was Tyler, there was Christopher, every single one. The worst part was that my family just let it happen. My mom would pull me aside and tell me that Vanessa was young and did not mean anything by it. My aunt would say that I should not bring men around if I could not handle a little competition. My grandma told me I should work on being more feminine, and maybe then I could keep a man interested. I stopped bringing dates to family events. For years, I just showed up alone. I told my family I was focusing on my career, that I was happy being single. The truth was, I was dating. I just refused to give Vanessa any more ammunition. But then I turned 31, and I met someone. His name was Trevor, and he was perfect. A doctor, funny, kind, good-looking. We had been together for 8 months, and it was the most stable, healthy relationship I had ever had. He kept asking to meet my family, and I kept making excuses. But eventually, Christmas was coming up, and I could not avoid it anymore. I told Trevor about Vanessa. I sat him down and explained the whole history, every detail. I told him she would probably try something, and I needed him to just ignore her, stay close to me, not fall for her games. Trevor laughed. He actually laughed. He said, Claire, I am a grown man. I am not going to